There are no shortcuts. Work harder. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. And, sometimes people need to hear this. They don't want to hear this, but the reality is, and a lot of us have tried to market our way around this. We've tried to gimmick our way around this. We've gone through different points in our life where we're like, well, we can do this and it'll be okay. If you just, up your protein and skip cardio and do low volume, you'll still get ripped. It'll be fine. If we just train harder, look, we don't have to do, very much actual training. We can skip isolation work. We can do this. We can do that. We can leave sets really far from failure. Okay, here's the reality. Then we just have to be honest about this. All of us do. It's not true. It's not true. There's no shortcuts. Are there things that'll help you along the way? Can you work smarter, not just harder? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, hard work is what pays off. Hard work, consistency, hard work plotted out over time really is the name of the game. And a lot of times, even as coaches, we placebo our clients and our athletes into that. I mean, the reality, what do you guys think periodization is? It's keeping your lifters patient while you continue to put muscle on them so that they hit PR. So even for lifting purposes, strength athletes, right? Getting them stronger. Do you guys really think it with periodization is magical? No, it's not magical. We're oftentimes periodizing and running blocks and stuff to trick them out, so that they realize, aha, we're doing this special progression here so that I'll get stronger on the lift. Well, the reality is we're giving them more time to work hard. Okay? And that is the truth. We're giving them something to keep them distracted that will program their brain to think that they are improving while we continue to build their muscle tissue, because the muscle is what's going to raise the strength ceiling. Like, people need to know that. Your strength, once you've been doing really heavy lifting, there's only so much you're going to get from neural drive, especially once you've started doing heavy singles. It's pretty well lit. Once you've been doing those a while, your neural drive is pretty much where it's going to be. You're not going to get stronger till you just keep getting bigger for the most part. Okay? Realistically. I mean, you can continue to do the other, but if you don't get bigger, you're going to end up breaking easier. So what's really going on? We'll do stuff where, okay, we're going to do 3 sets of 3, and then we'll do 4 sets of 3, right? Then 5 sets of 3. Oh, man. Then we'll come over and do 3 sets of 4. 4 sets of 4. We'll do run waves like this for months on a big lift on a lifter, right? Like, we'll have them squat that way on their squat day. And then they're having them do split squats and good mornings and ab work and all this stuff for sets of 10 and 12 afterwards. See where we're going with this? So you get through these sort of rotations and it's like, man, we just had a 12-week rotation of stuff here. And then all of a sudden they're like, Coach, man, I hit a PR. That magic programming work, that 3x3, 4 sets of 3, 5 sets of 3, then sets of 4 for weeks, and then the sets of 5. And then we rotated, added the weight back up and went up to the 3x3 again. And then I'm hitting PRs. And by that same token, their 10 rep max on their split squats went up 5 pounds. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you think about how hard a split squat is. And their leg press went up 5% for sets of 10 or 12. See where we're going? All that accumulated it just put more muscle on them. Then of course they got stronger. And it's the point. It's just hard work plotted over time. And we are always looking for those shortcuts. It's like, oh, we don't even need all this volume. Look, Dorian did just the 1 set to failure sets. He did 15 to 16 sets that would kill most people. Okay, perfect example. We've discussed that in the past. Dorian's non-sets, his warm-ups that he didn't count towards that 1 set, by normal people standards, were inhuman. Believe me, they had a training response. Dorian still did 15, 16 sets of muscle group every week. He still trained every muscle from 3 or 4 angles. Okay? He trained every muscle group from 3 or 4 angles with at least 15 sets a week. It's just that a few of them were insane balls to the wall, crazy hard. So what did he really do? Did he really do any minimalist training? No. He trained really, really, really hard with a lot of volume from multiple angles. It's almost as if that's a recipe for success in bodybuilding and getting really jacked. Take a fairly high amount of volume, do a heavy weight for a lot of reps, train really hard, and train every single muscle from multiple angles really hard. Do you think that might be what actually happened there? Plus genetics, plus drugs, and food and all that. Just saying. Same thing with conditioning work. We know at this point GPP, high levels of conditioning, increase your work capacity in the gym, also improves your ability to recover from set to set, your ability to improve after workouts. We know more effective volume that you recover from is more gains. So the reality is, instead of doing less, if you actually go spend time doing conditioning work, which is hard work, which takes time, guess what? It will lead to higher work capacities, better recovery in the gym, better stimulus. Again, there's no shortcut to this. Minimalist training can be great for people with limited time frames, but the people who put in the time to get into shape, have a high level of general physical preparedness, high level of conditioning, can train harder. They can train longer, recover from it better. But that's not a shortcut. That's more work on conditioning. That's more work on training. Probably than more food. Okay, do you see where we're going with this? Because then how about that? Food is anabolic. But we also don't want to gain body fat. That's not useful to us, causes insulin sensitivity, creates problems. But if we train more, we get in better shape, we have a higher work capacity, we can eat more food without gaining fat. We eat more food, we get larger anabolic hormone responses in the body, we gain more muscle. It's again a concept called flux, which I've heard referred to over the years. And I've even seen my friend Alex Viada discuss it. I remember Dr. John Perillo used to talk about that 20 plus years ago. See kind of where we're going? More training, harder training, more food, doing things smarter. It all produces better results. But there's no shortcuts to that. Everyone's like, that's just more work. Yeah, it's almost as if, again, doing more work that you do intelligently and apply it correctly, systematically and recover from it, produces better results every single time. That's just the reality.